Good morning, students. Myself Vivek Sajan, working as assistant teacher, science teacher in Chandrakant Patil Central School. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter materials, metals and non-metals. So before going to the lesson, I would like to clear one thing that if you have any doubts, please mention that doubts in comment box. We will give the solution for your doubts. So without wasting any time, we will move to the chapter. In this lesson, we are going to see the physical properties of metals and non-metals and some chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay. First of all, we are going to see in this lesson is physical properties of metals. Metals are lustrous in nature. They have shining surface. See, whenever you see the metals, you are going to see the shining surface. Okay. That shining property is known as lustrous. Okay. Metals are lustrous in nature. Metals are hard in nature. The hardness of the metals will vary from one metal to another type of metal. For example, iron is the hard when compared to the copper. We can't bend the iron when compared to the copper. Copper we can easily bend the copper wire, okay? But we can't bend the iron wire easily, okay? So that's why this hardness will vary from one type of metal to the another type of metal, okay? Metals are hard in nature. So metals can be beaten into thin sheets is called malleability. This property of metal is known as malleability. Metals can be beaten into thin sheets. This property of metal is known as malleability. Gold and silver are most malleable metals. Gold and silver are most malleable metals. Okay. So you can see the thin sheets which are used for the roofing of homes. Okay. Or buildings. Okay. So that type of property of metal is known as malleability. Metals can be drawn into thin wires is called ductility. This property of metal is known as ductility. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. This property of metal is known as ductility. Gold is the most ductile metal. Okay. From 1 gram of gold we can make 2 kilometers of wire. Okay. So that much of ductility property gold is having. So that's why gold is the most ductile metal. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. This property of metal is known as ductility. So next we are having metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. They will conduct heat and electricity from one end to the another end. So that's why we can say that metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metal produce ringing sound when they are beaten to the hard surface. They will make a sound. That property of metal is known as sonorous. Okay, metal will produce this sound when we are going to beat that metal with the hard surface. They will create this sound. So that property of metal is known as sonorous. Okay. So mercury being a metal, it present in liquid state at room temperature. Some exceptional cases are there. They are mercury being a metal, it will be present in liquid state at the room temperature. Okay. So gallium and caesium are metals. They have very low melting point. If we keep them on our palm, they will melt easily. Gallium and caesium are the two metals. Being a metals, they can be easily melt if we keep them on our palm. Okay. So why? Because they have a very low melting point. So that's why they will come to the liquid state when they will come in contact with our body temperature. Okay. Some important points are there. So iodine is a non-metal. It has a lustrous property. Being a non-metal. So when we are going to discuss about the non-metal properties, non-metal properties are that property they have exactly opposite to the metals. Okay. If we want to discuss about the non-metal properties means if metals are hard in nature, then non-metals are soft in nature. If metals are having lustrous property, then non-metals are having non-lustrous property. So metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, but non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. But metals are sonorous, non-metals are non-sonorous. Okay. Metals are having the malleability and ductility property, but non-metals they do not have any malleability and ductility property. These are the some physical properties of non-metals. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about some important points which are related to the metals and non-metal chapter. So iodine is a non-metal, it has a lustrous property. Being a non-metal, it has a lustrous property. This is an exceptional case where some metals or non-metals having so somewhat different properties. Okay, so iodine being a non-metal, it has the lustrous property. Carbon is a non-metal, it has a different forms of carbon, they are called allotropes. So the different forms of carbon is known as allotropes, like diamond and graphite are the different forms of carbon. Diamond is a non-metal, but it has one property of metal, that is, so diamond is a naturally occurring hardest substance. Okay, so diamond is the naturally occurring hardest substance. Being a non-metal, it has the property of metal, that is hardness nature. It has a hardness nature. Graphite is a non-metal, it conducts electricity. Graphite being a non-metal, it will conduct the electricity. Okay, so when metals, chemical properties of metals. Okay, so when metals are burnt in air, they form metal oxides. When metal are burnt in air, they are going to form metal oxides. For example, when magnesium burnt in air, they form magnesium oxide. Okay, so magnesium oxide is one type of metal oxide. Magnesium when reacts with oxygen, it is going to form magnesium oxide. Okay, this is also an example for the metal oxide. When metal oxide are dissolved in water, they form basic solutions. Okay, when metal oxides are going to dissolved in water, they will form basic solutions. Okay, basic solution means they will have the characteristics of bases. Okay, so these are the some chemical properties of metals which we have seen in this chapter. Okay, so we will see the uses of metals and non-metals. Metals are used in the different sectors, like in the production of vehicles, in the productions of this one roofing, in the production of industries, factories, they will use the metals. In the production of trains, so like this, metals are having different types of uses, but non-metals are also having different types of uses in our day-to-day life. For example, non-metals are used in fertilizers. See, like nitrogen, it is an used as a plant growing substance. Okay, so that's why it is also used in agricultural field. Okay, non-metals are used in agriculture field. Non-metals are also used in the respiration system for human beings. Okay, for example, oxygen. So without oxygen we can't survive, so that's why non-metals are also plays very important role in our day-to-day life. Okay, so non-metals are used in a fire extinguisher. For example, carbon dioxide is used for the fire extinguisher. So like this, non-metals are also having different uses in our day-to-day life, and metals are also having the different uses in our day-to-day life. Okay, so this is all about your metals and non-metal lesson. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment box. Thank you.